What is going on with you, YouTube? This is Regular Dave coming at you with another video. EA Sports UFC 2 trailer released today. I'm going to break down the trailer, talk about what they're talking about, break it up into sections, so hopefully I don't get that good copyright strike from YouTube. But before I do that, I need you guys to get active in the comments. Let me know, are you excited for another UFC game? Did you enjoy the last UFC game? And I'll be down there chatting it up with you guys. Also, if you get Superman punch that like button, that would be helpful. All right, man. First of all, let's talk about the last UFC game. It was EA Sports' first attempt at UFC. We're going to talk about that before I break down this trailer I'm going to show you guys. That game was decent. To me, it was above average. It wasn't a great game. It wasn't good. It was just above average. But for their first installment, I do think that it did a pretty good job for it being the first one. The things I liked about it were the graphics, were next generation graphics, man. The textures, the way people's clothes move, everything graphically was on point. If the next one came out and didn't change the graphics, I wouldn't bat an eye because I thought these graphics were superb and showed off true next gen technology. The movements were pretty decent. Actually, they focus on the feet work. The footwork was good in the game, and that is very important for a game like UFC. Is you got to have good footwork. That has to be a foundation as I tear up Cormier's body and then beat his life soulless from this video you're watching. All right, the footwork was good. What I didn't like, I'm not all that sure they're really trying to build a super realistic UFC game because I don't believe that they think that'll be fun. So they're always going to have an arcadey element in it. The moment I put down the game, let me tell y'all what happened when I put down the game and stopped playing it and said, I'm not sure if this is for me. Was in a Muay Thai clinch, got hit with 7 full brunt force knees to the head and got out the clinch. Brunt force, full impact knees and got out the clinch. I said, nah, man, I don't think that they made this game quite for me. I'm going to need a little more realism if y'all want me to be just continuing to play a game. So that's when I realized, man, some people look at UFC as a fighting game. That's when, when they introduced the Bruce Lee character and everything. Some people look at it as a fighting game, and I think they're trying to appeal to both crowds, casual and hardcore, and you can't blame them because that's where the money's at. All right, man, let's break down this trailer, but those are the things that I disliked and liked from the first UFC.
Like any fighter looking to build off their last performance, we made it a priority to sharpen our fundamentals before stepping back into the octagon. The payoff is the smoothest, most responsive set of movements ever available in an MMA game that will add new dimensions to your stand-up, ground game, and everything in between.
All right, I don't know exactly what that means. Animations and player movement has not been a strong suit of EA Sports for a while now, but the UFC game was pretty fluid, did move pretty well, was robotic at times, but overall I don't feel like the movement was bad. So if they're adding to what they already have, I'm all for that.
No matter how you choose to take the fight to your opponent, our all-new physics-driven reactions make every impact and every finish unique and let you bring the sport's jaw-dropping moments to life in the most realistic and rewarding ways possible.
So far, it seems like they're improving on what they've already done well, because I thought the knockouts were pretty good, man. You've seen their bodies tense up when they hit the ground because they are concussed and knocked out. The physics were good. That doesn't seem to be anything new. But an improvement on that would be great. But I already liked how the knockouts looked.
What happens inside the octagon is up to the fighter, but the training and preparation that gets them there is just as important to finding success. And you can expect a lot of support in your corner for UFC 2.
All right, man, this is a question to the people, a question to y'all. Have y'all ever played a sports game where the training was actually good, like it was something that you wanted to do? Or really, is that the point of training? Training in real life is like something you have to do. Nobody really wants to train, but to get better, they have to do it. But I do think sports games, especially like fighting games and boxing games, UFC and Fight Night, basically got to do a better job with making us go through the training and improving our characters, because it just gets so monotonous and boring. So they really need to work on doing a better job. So if that's what he's talking about there, making the training a little more fun and actually teaching you a little bit more about the game, I'm all for that.
Being a well-rounded fighter also means showcasing diversity, and we're always looking for new ways to approach a fight. We've set our sights on adding a host of new online and offline experiences aimed at giving every fight fan a way to play that keeps them engaged, excited, and up to date with the real world of the UFC every time they pick up a controller.
So they're talking about game modes. I don't know how many different game modes you can really have in a UFC game. I mean, you have your creative guy and you go up the ranks. The best thing you can do instead of trying to experiment with new modes, because I mean, there's really not a lot you can do, is making the career mode really, really good. Somewhere that we just want to spend a lot of our time, because basically these kind of games boil down to two things: online and the career. And not everybody wants to play online, because you all know that somebody's going to figure out some cheese, and then there's really no way for EA to stop that. They can't even take the blame for that. And online becomes not so fun. So if you guys can make the best possible career mode, then that is what my hopes are for the modes in UFC 2. All right, so do your thing. Go ahead, sound off. Let me know if you're excited about what they're talking to bring into EA UFC number 2. Are you excited about the game? Is it whatever? This game seemed to die. The first one seemed to die pretty damn fast. I'm pretty sure there might be a community that plays it. I know they supported the game quite a bit after they put it out with new characters and stuff. John Jones was getting his face pounded in because your boy is snorting cocaine and getting DUIs, hopping out the vehicle and running away. All right, man, get active in the comments. I'm excited to see what they do with this, and I'll get at you guys another time. Peace.